We're going to discuss the 25 trending technologies that are going to make headway in the next 10 years. Today's topic is these 25 technologies trends will define the next decade. We may not be living on Mars or traveling to work using jetpacks, but there's no doubt the coming decade will bring many exciting technological advances. In this video, I want to outline 25 key technology trends that I believe will shape the 2020s. Artificial intelligence and machine learning. The increasing ability of machines to learn and act intelligently will absolutely transform our world. It is the driving force behind many of the other trends on the list. The IoT, or better known, the Internet of Things. First of all, you can check my previous videos, which I did in 2019, the Internet of Things, the IoT. I did several videos on that, so I go into detail about that if you would like to check that out. This refers to the ever-growing number of smart devices and objects that are interconnected to the Internet within your home. Such devices are constantly gathering and transmitting data, further fueling the growth of big data and AI. So as before, you can see the IoT of things in my previous videos, and it's listed under technology playlist. Next is wearables and augmented humans. What started with fitness trackers has now exploded into a whole industry of wearable technology designed to improve human performance and help us live healthier, safer, and efficient lives. The next is big data and augmented analytics. Big data refers to the exponential growth in the amount of data being created in our world. So this is self-explanatory, where AI uses the big data to help determine solutions, for instance. The next is the intelligent spaces and smart places. Closely linked to the IoT of things, this trend is seeing physical spaces like homes, offices, and even whole cities becoming increasingly connected and smart. So once again, if you don't know what is the IoT, please have a look at my previous video in 2019 I made about IoT of technology. Next is blockchains and distributed ledgers. This super secure method of storing, authenticating, and protecting data could revolutionize many aspects of business, particularly when it comes to facilitating trusted transactions. So this is to do with your payments and purchases online. Next, cloud and edge computing. Cloud computing, where data is stored on the other computers and accessed via the internet, has helped open up data and analytics to the masses. Edge computing, where data is processed on smart devices like phones, will take this to the next level. Next is digitally extended realities. Well, this is pretty much video gaming and AI and virtual gaming, for instance. Encompassing virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality, this trend highlights on the move towards creating more immersive digital experiences. Self-explanatory. Whenever anyone plays a video game, it is basically a virtual reality in itself. Digital twins. A digital twin is a digital copy of an actual object, product, process, or ecosystem. This innovative technology allows us to try out alternatives and adjustments that would be too expensive or too risky to try out in the real physical object. So this falls into the research and development of any project that is very expensive or feasible to do in reality. So they do a 3D Max or a 3D digital object polygon to anything with modeling content and software abilities. So such things are these days very popular. There used to be 3D Max software, right now it's on version 14, and then there's Poser for human modeling. So such softwares can be used, or 3D Blender, for instance. Next, natural language processing. This technology, which allows machine to understand human languages, dramatically changed how many humans interact with machines, particularly giving the rise to AI. Next, voice interfaces and chatbots. This is a pretty big topic. Now, I want to also, I'm starting a website of my own, and since I won't be on the website online 24 hours a day, I want to install a chatbot inside my website. So anybody who comes there will automatically talk to my chatbot, and the chatbot will direct the user to go to the desired website sections. So they are pretty self-explanatory and pretty useful technology, such as Alexa, Siri, chatbots. Many of us are now quite used to communicate with machines by simply speaking or typing our request. In the future, more and more businesses will choose to interact with their customers via voice interfaces and chatbots. Next, computer vision and facial recognition. Well, this is for machines that can talk, so why shouldn't they see as well? This technology allows machines to visually interpret the world around them, with facial recognition being a prime example. Although we will no doubt see greater regularity control over the use of facial recognition, this technology isn't going anywhere. Next is a pretty popular one, robots and cobots. Well, robots, as you know, are the driving force of substituting human manpower, and today's robots are more intelligent than ever. The first example that comes to mind is the Boston Dynamics military robots that have the ability to substitute a soldier on the battlefield, and they can carry out any of those tasks. Learning to respond with their environment and performing tasks without human intervention. In certain industries, the future of work is likely to involve humans or working seamlessly with robot colleagues, hence the term cobot or collaborative robot. Next is the autonomous vehicles. Well, as you know, the road industry or the car industry is trying to automate vehicles, so the vehicles will drive itself in the future, and all you have to do is just sit there and wait until your destination arrives. Next is the 5G, the fifth generation of cellular networks. Technology will give us faster, smarter, more stable wireless networking, thereby driving advances in many trends, example, more connected devices and the richer streams of data. So basically 5G, it's the technology developed with the next level of internet basically. It is super fast, super amazingly rich in content, as due to the number of access speeds that you can enable on it to access your data, and that will be the next level. So it will truly make a lot of things that much better. For instance, if you think gaming is pretty good these days, 5G, the gaming will be even more advanced and more enjoyable. Next, Genomics and gene editing. Advances in the computing and analytics have driven incredibly leaps in our understanding of the human genome. Now we are progressing to altering the genetic structure of living organisms. For example, correcting DNA mutations that can lead to cancer. This is good for medical advances. Next is machine co-creativity, augmented designs. Thanks to AI, machines can do many things, including creating artwork and designs. As a result, we can expect creative designs processes to shift towards greater collaboration with machines. Next is digital platforms. Facebook, Uber, and Airbnb are all household names. Example, digital platforms. Network that can facilitate connections and exchange between people. This trend is turning to established business models on their head, leading many traditional business to transition to or incorporate a platform-based model. So they're just fine-tuning the platforms such as Facebook, for instance. Next is drones and unmanned aerial vehicles. Well, all of you know drones are pretty popular in recreational activities these days, flying hobbyists, and right now 95% of the drones are used for hobbyist purposes. But in the future, the drones will become in every field of our life, such as pizza delivery or whatnot, or military drones. So for instance, they will be incorporated in all types of technologies remotely. Next is cybersecurity and resilience. As business has faced unprecedented new threats, the ability to avoid and mitigate cybersecurity threats will be critical to success over the next decade. Next is quantum computing. Well, quantum computing is going really advanced because of the advancement in transistor and developing much more faster microchips. So this will be the next leap forward. I'm not going to get into it, but quantum computing says it itself, just the word quantum computing. Just take a look at all your computers that have been quadrupled in the processor power since the last 10 years ago. Robotic process automation. This technology is used to automate the structured, repetitive business processes, freeing up human workers to concentrate more complex, value-added work. This is the part of wider shift towards automation that will impact every industry. Next, mass personalization and micro moments. Okay, I made a video on this as well in 2019. It's to do with your experience on the internet. I can't recall the title of the video, but it is in my technology series next to the IoT of things. This is how do you measure your success in the internet. So mass personalization is, as you might expect, the ability to offer highly personalized products or services on a mass scale. Meanwhile, the term micro moments essentially means responding to customer needs in the exact right moment. Both are made possible by the AI or big data and analytics. 3D and 4D printing and additive manufacturing. Although this may seem low compared to other trends, 3D and 4D printing have very wide application. So you can print anything you want in terms of a product and get it in your home, for instance. Next, Nano Technology and material science. Our increasingly ability to understand materials and control matter on tiny scale is giving rise to exciting new materials and products such as bendable displays. So there are some movies that have been made on nanotechnology. So basically, you can think about such technologies coming into our real world applications. Well, as always, if you like the video, click the hands icon. If you see more of the videos, hit the subscribe button, and hope to see you next video.